Today our topic is flower. Flower is a highly modified reproductive shoot. Actually, flower is considered as a shoot which modified itself into different floral parts called calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium. Calyx is used for sepal, corolla is used for petals, androecium is the botanical term which is used for anther, and the carpel is used for the ovary or the female reproductive part of the flower. Typical flower consists of four distinct sepals or the bulbs of the floral leaves. All these floral parts are arranged on the thalamus or this disc-like structure. This is called as thalamus. Calyx is usually green in color and it is the outermost whorl of these flowers. Second whorl is called as corolla. This these this whorl is colored differently, maybe green, red, maybe corolla may be green, red, yellow, or any color. Petals. The color of the petals attract the insect and animals. The basic purpose of their color is to attract the insects for the pollination. The calyx and corolla, in some flowers, calyx and corolla are indistinguishable. The term which is used to describe the both of the parts of the flower is called as perianth. Androecium is formed of modified sporophylls and it is stamens in which microspores or pollen grains are formed. And this lobe is called as anther and this structure is called as filament. It consists of two parts, anther and filament. The stalk of the androecium is called filament. And inside the anther lobe are pollens are present. The innermost whorl is called as carpel or the female reproductive part of the flower. And a botanical term for this part is gynoecium, or sometimes it is called as carpel, and it is also called as pistil. It is the modified megasporophylls. Megasporo, that means it contains megaspores, and phylls. Phylls are the word which is used for leaves. This is modification of these which bear the megaspores. But for microspores, androecium, the term androecium is used, and the stamens in which microspores are enclosed in the anther lobe in the form of pollen grains, and megaspores are present inside the gynoecium. The carpels, which contain integumented megasporangia, the ovules. Integumented is a term which is used for covering. The carpel is actually the cover for the ovule. Inside the ovary, ovules are present. And what are ovules? Ovules are integumented megasporangia. Integumented means covered megasporangia. Megasporangia is a plural and megasporangium is a singular term. There are different types of the flowers. Some of the flowers are symmetrical and we can cut these flowers into any plane. And this type of flowers are called actinomorphic flowers. And some of the flowers which can be divided into only two halves, these flowers are called zygomorphic or asymmetric flowers. Actinomorphic flowers includes rose, sunflower, zygomorphic pea flower of the pea plant. On the basis of the presence or absence of the bracts, uh, we can classify flowers into different categories. Actually, the bract is a special leaf that bears a flower or a cluster of flowers in its axil or completely encloses a group of flowers. It can be present in a single form or it can be formed a group and encloses a flower. A bract may be leafy bract. It is the small outgrowth at the start of the flower. Bract is actually a small outgrowth. Leafy, it can be a leafy bract when it is green and like ordinary leaves. Scaly, if the bract is small, thin, and scale-like. It is petaloid like petals. That's why it is colored, as in euphorbia and bougainvillea. Involucre, a group of bracts, for example, we have already read in the sunflower, a group of bracts forming a cup-like structure at the base of the inflorescence, for example, in the sunflower. Blooms. Blooms are, this is the character of Poaceae family. These are small dry bracts found in the wheat. We can see the inflorescence of wheat, blooms are present. Spathy, a large bract enclosing a cluster of flowers. It is called spathy. In the presence or absence of the bract, flower can be divided into two groups. If the bract is present, the flower is called bracteate. For example, a sweet pea. If the bract is absent, then the flower is called ebracteate. For example, in Solomon. Bracteole sometimes secondary bracts are present in the pedicel. Pedicel is actually the stalk of the flower or just below the calyx. These are called as bracteoles. In some cases, they are forming continuous word and they are called as apicalyx. If again it is important, secondary bracts are present just below the calyx. They are called as bracteoles. And if it is forming a whorl, then it is called as apicalyx. For example, in Hibiscus rosa sinensis. If the bracteoles are present, the flower is said to be the bracteolate. Here, if the bract is present, the flower is called as bracteate. And if the bracteole is present, then flower is called bracteolate. On the basis of the attachment of the flower, they are there are three categories. Stalk, we can say the dundee. If the flower, on the basis of the attachment of the flower to the floral axis, we um, we divide it into three groups. Pedicellate. When the flower having the stalk to the floral axis through the if the flower is attached to the floral axis through the pedicel. If pedicel is present, then the flower is called as pedicellate. For example, in Rosa indica or the rose. If the stalk is absent, then the flower is directly attached to the floral axis. The term is used for this condition is sessile. In some cases, a very small pedicel is present. For example, in Althea rosea, the term is subsessile. I am repeating it again. If stalk is present, flower is called as pedicellate. If stalk is absent, the flower is called sessile. If a small pedicel or the stalk is present, it is called as subsessile. On the basis of the floral whorls. And what is floral whorls? sepals, petals, stamens, carpel. And in terms of botany, they are called as calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoecium. And they are synonym to sepals, petals, stamens, and carpel. If if all the words, sepals, petals, calyx, corolla, whatever, all the words are present, then the flower is called complete. For example, in Solanum, in Hibiscus rosa sinensis, if one or more of the floral leaves missing, if any of the floral leaves, any one or two floral leaves are missing, for example, in Euphorbia, Cucurbita, Loofah, the flower is called incomplete. If we are considering all the words without any distinction of sex, then it is called complete and incomplete. But if we consider the reproductive parts of the flower, then on the basis of the reproductive parts, the flower may be called as perfect and imperfect. Perfect flowers, both if stamens, male part and female part is present in one flower. Flower is bisexual or hermaphrodite, and also the condition is called as perfect. If if a plant has two separate flowers, male flowers and female flowers, then the one flower is called as unisexual. If it is male, it contains only stamens, and that flower is called as staminate. If it only contains carpel, then it is called as pistillate. Flower, and in this condition, the flower, which is if any one of the reproductive floral leaves is absent, either stamens or carpel, so this condition is called imperfect, and flower is unisexual. This classification is with reference to the presence or absence of the reproductive words of a flower. Symmetry of a flower. If we can cut a flower into two equal halves, in two equal halves, or more than one half, or more than one plane, then the flower is called as actinomorphic, and this type of flower are called as regular. When the flower cannot be divided into two equal halves in any one plane, and it can only be divided into two equal halves in one plane only, then the flower is called as zygomorphic, and this condition is called as irregular.